We absolutely love games with a ton of action here at GameRanks. That's why we're ready to bring you the top 10 new action games of 2015. Disclaimer, the entries on this list led to a huge debate among our staff. After reading our comments and feedback on this video from yesterday, we decided to rectify some of our mistakes and amend the list with a new set of entries. And we respect our audience more than simply leaving something up that doesn't include something that really warrants being there. Number 10, Dying Light. Dying Light was actually something I was not that excited about, and turns out is great. Who knew that a zombie game that played like Mirror's Edge a little bit could really be as fun and interesting as Dying Light is? The amount of forward momentum you constantly have in this game is insane, and you never get that feeling of being safe or wanting to stand still, especially once the light starts to die. Pun intended. There's also a massive DLC that's coming out fairly soon that supposedly is going to be a massive game changer. Number 9, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, in my opinion, Tomb Raider is part of a symbiotic relationship with Uncharted. The original Tomb Raider series started off and really kind of built that whole genre. Then Uncharted came along and built upon that. And if you ask me, the reboot of Tomb Raider builds upon Uncharted. The sequel to this game, Rise of the Tomb Raider, is going to be such a big deal for action fans because it is going to build upon a game that essentially was the pinnacle, in my opinion, of its genre. The set pieces, which drove the action element of the game, make me say there's no way Rise of the Tomb Raider isn't going to be one of the top games of this year. Number 8, Batman Arkham Knight. You can't talk about action without talking about Batman if there's a Batman entry. And although the PC version didn't turn out quite as good as we all wanted it to, the console version of Batman Arkham Knight is perhaps the pinnacle of the action game. Such a beautiful game. You see the rain on Batman on the road. You see every detail and every rock. You see all the explosions. You see every bone-crushing hit in a way that just makes you feel like you're there, even though you know that nothing in real life is anything like this. Number 7, Star Wars Battlefront. I am a massive fan of Star Wars Battlefront 2. I still have it on my computer. And it's 2015, and it looks terrible compared to everything else I own. And yet, I'd rather play it than most other things I own because it's one of the most fun things I've ever played in my entire life. It's caused a lot of arguments, but I'm gonna go on the side of I think that this new Star Wars Battlefront might just do it again. I have never seen a developer nail the tone of the films in the way DICE has, including the ones that were based directly on the films themselves. Yes, there's no space battles, but there weren't any space battles in the first Battlefront either. You do realize there's going to be another Battlefront 2. This is a reboot. Do you honestly think that there's not going to be space battles eventually?